Okay, so my surprise today is, it's about a pretty common surprise, I guess, but it's not one that I would wish on most people. It's getting caught masturbating by your parents. And so the way this worked out was I was probably about 12 or 13 at the time, and I had come home, and no one was home, and so yeah, I'm like, back then it was exciting, you know what I'm saying? Now it's, so I'm going at it, and I'm in the living room. That was the first mistake. Don't do it in a public, communal area, and I learned very well from this incident. Incidentally, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego was on the TV. I don't really remember if I was doing it to it or if it just happened to be on. It was there in the room with me, and that was that. So the way my living room went is there was a large kind of row of windows, and then there was the entrance to the mudroom right there. And so, I'm going and things are going well, and all of a sudden I see my mom come around the corner, and I'm like, holy shit. And I was smart enough to not have taken my pants completely off. They were in defense mode right around the thighs, and I pull them up, and I kind of don't know what to do with myself, because my mom used to see me kind of jump in the air. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to go greet my mom now. This is what I'm doing. That's why I jumped off the couch. Completely awkward, TMI perhaps, but I still have, raging hard on, which was completely, so anyways, I'm like, oh, how you doing? And I'm super nervous and super awkward. And she doesn't say anything. She's just kind of sullen, a little weird. She's like, oh, I'm okay, how are you? I'm like, oh, I'm good. All right, see ya. And I just, went up to my room because I just did not want to be around there at the time. And so I tried to avoid the situation for as long as possible. But, inevitably, after a while, my mom calls me down for dinner. And I go down, and it's everybody in my family. It's my mom, my dad, and my two sisters. I was 12, so Julia was probably 9, and Mary was about 6. And so we're eating. And it's just like a weird meal. Like the vibe is weird. We're eating stir fry with rice, and no one's talking. And I'm just like, this is all my fault. Like I gotta diffuse this tension. Like this is just too awkward. So I'm just kind of like Mom, this is good rice. And she just kind of stops eating. I don't even look at her. I just see in my peripheral. She stops eating, just lays the chopsticks down on the bowl there. She goes, oh yeah, you like rice? You like rice better than playing with Dickie? And I'm just like, whoa. Yeah, that was the second surprise. And I just looked around and my entire family, my sister was young, but they knew what Dickie was. And honestly, I completely blanked at that point. I don't know how I responded. I probably said rice, but let's be real. You got